about the Marginalized Ethnic and Linguistic Communities project I conduct with AfroCROWD and Wikimedia in the fall semester. So the project was an oral history project on the marginalized ethnic and linguistic communities within the New York City area. So you may wonder, why oral history? What is the difference between oral history and journalism? And or just what is oral history at the first place? Before I answer these questions, I want to talk about what I heard from the project. So I heard a young anti-caste South Asian elite activist telling me the story of being discriminated and bullied in school because of her darker skin when she was 3. I heard an NYU professor and Haitian linguist tell me the story being approached by a stranger who wanted to correct her poor French when she was speaking her mother tongue, Haitian Creole. I heard a musician tell me the story of starting his music entrepreneurship in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and teaching Garifuna music to the children from his community. Yes, I heard stories, and a lot of them. I heard stories of passion, of regret, of guilt, of languages, of pride, of childhood, of love. These stories are filled with names, location, emotions, and actions. I had the opportunity to meet Marie, Winnie, and James to document their fights of preserving their culture and language heritage from personal and intimate approach. I was able to face my ignorance of other cultures and languages to allow myself to become a humble listener of their stories. And that is the answer why this is our history project. In our history, we believe what is personal is political. We believe in documenting voices of ordinary people. We believe in very personal account matters. When I was writing my presentation draft, I read the news that the President of the United States called Haiti and the other African countries shithole countries. And I am sad to admit that in today's America, many people actually agree with this. They question the meaning of diversity and the importance of preserving endangered cultures and languages, but I wonder how many of them have actually been to those countries, talked to the local people, and learned their languages. My cultural anthropology professor once told me that in today's media, a terrorist attack in a non-Western country is not even as important as which team won the football game on Friday night. The TV will only give 30 seconds to a non-Western tragedy, and tragedy is what they only report on these countries. The ignorance of some media encourage and fosters such arrogance and discrimination, and we as media worker of the new digital age need to make a change. So when I was interviewing my marvelous narrators, I encouraged them to sit down, to be as comfortable as they want, ask them just one simple question. Tell me some of your earliest memories, and then add the recorder roll. They will always tell me more than expected. Although they were telling stories from different corners of this world, they were talking about the same topic, that no culture is an island, and our society cannot afford to lose any cultures anymore. For me, every interview was a learning experience. They opened the gate to other cultures and languages for me, and I again become a humble student of the complexity of our civilization. There was no more 30 seconds rule in their stories. They told them all. There were no longer faces behind their identities. They were no longer only just a South Asian anti-caste elite, an NYU professor teaching Haitian Creole, and a Garifuna musician. They're Marie, Winnie, and James, of voices, of stories. They had their glories and struggles. They explained the significance and beauty of their cultures and languages by telling the intimate stories of their past, stories they were not used to tell, stories few ask. And I want to invite you, every one of you, to hear their stories, to listen to their secrets, and to learn more about the caste system, Haitian Creole, and Garifuna culture. One of my interviewees, James, is a gifted singer who wants to challenge the music industry and preserve his culture with Garifuna music. And I want to end my talk with a short clip of his song. The beautiful voice of his and the great stories of every defender of their culture and languages need to be heard by us by today's chaotic work. Thank you.